We have here actually a collection called Aster Collection, Aster vases. I love the urn shape of these vases because it gives us ability to put wedge stems into this sort of fatter rounded portion to actually create the grid into the design first, and then you can build up from there. And especially when I'm using big branches, I think it's very, very good idea to use container that has that ability so it doesn't just slide up. The stems don't slide up. As you can see over here, this taller version with a pedestal, I loved working with it because it was so secure. The weight at the bottom, the straight column down below makes it very, very secure. I felt very comfortable putting in these great big branch and feel that it was very, very stable. There's nothing that's rickety about this whatsoever. It's very, very solid, so I really enjoy that. Now with this is sort of the welcoming table that we're trying to set up here for the name cards. What I've done is just simple design of just the blossoming branch. And I just want to demonstrate quickly how this, the structure of this container, how beneficial this is. I'm going to take this branch here and put it right down in so that it wedges into that lower area, and see how it stays. It doesn't slip up because it's caught into this rounded area, which is very, very nice because it makes it so that I feel like even me moving it around, that it's not going to slip out. And so that's the feature that I particularly like about these vases. What I'm going to do is add in these candles so that at the eye level of, with the crystals, these replica diamond pieces, that you'll get more light closer to it to get the beneficial reflection that you get off of these diamonds, the facets. But in order to light this, I'm always concerned about putting floating candles around branches. So what I'm going to do is trim away anything that could be potentially hazardous. And then what I do is I'm going to simply take some of these branches with the blooms on top and use some of these to actually create a situation where there's less floating around by way of sort of damming up sides around that candle so that it really floats less. That's sort of the idea here. By doing this, it makes it so it doesn't float to that side where there's all that branches up overhead. So I'm going to take some of these and do likewise over here because there's some real hazardous area here. In fact, we're going to bring that over there and bring this candle so that I'm going to dam it up on this side so it won't float towards that branch. That's sort of the key to working with branches and in these open vases with candles. I'm going to go ahead and light it next. We'll see how we can make this work. Let's get these all lit. There, that's beautiful glow at eye level. Now, the other items, the replica diamonds, which I think really adds a very sophisticated, sort of a ritzy touch to the Champs-Elysees look. We think that it might be a great idea to use them as name cards and maybe a takeaway gift for especially the ladies. Perhaps the napkin rings for the men, they don't get to take them away, but the ladies get to take away these wonderful replica diamonds and use them as name cards so that with Sharpies, we have actually created put names on them so that they could be displayed like that. Now there's one trick actually to these napkin rings. They're not flat on the bottom, so they don't sit properly. But if you slip the napkin into it and then just sort of rest it down like this so that actually lifts up the ends of these napkins, it looks really more lovely to set up, and it sits very, very nicely. Now, when we talk about the Sharpie, it's really as simple as this. And it's done.